Welcome, listeners, to the Highly Doubted Podcast. I'm your host, Hey Q Boog. Here we go.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Left, right, left. Move your body, hey.
It's going down.
Here we go. Welcome, listeners, to the Highly Doubted Podcast, episode 85. Shout out to the listeners, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the Spotify family. Shout out to the Apple family. Shout out to the YouTube family. Woo, woo, woo. Shout out to the Spotify for Podcasters family. Shout out to the motherfucking Android family. If you listen this to Google Podcast, you know what I'm saying? Just shout out to the listeners. Shout out to y'all who made this on your daily routine. You be listening to this when you be getting up in the morning. You over there riding to work. You over there just chilling. You know, you just want to hear some niggas just talk about some stupid shit and still have some class. Shout out to y'all. This is the High Dollar Podcast.
Who are you trying to serenade, yo?
Ain't nobody trying to serenade, nigga. I'm over here.
It's the way you acted that. It's the Highly Doubted Podcast.
It's me trying to give a mood to the people of the podcast.
You trying to serenade the people?
I ain't trying to serenade the people. We have men listeners as well, so men don't want to be serenaded by my voice.
Hey, you the one that made your voice like that.
I'm just making sure that everybody in the podcast family feels involved as we continue to do what we do and grow. You know what I'm saying? You got to take these moments to just be thankful. I'm always thankful for the listeners, but I'm extra thankful for y'all tonight, tomorrow, the morning, whenever you're listening. I appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all.
Next week when you're behind the episode.
Hell yeah. Shout out to the listeners who behind. It's okay. We're going to have more content for you so you can still be behind.
Exactly. You ain't never catching up, yo.
Exactly. You're going to have your whole experience for the podcast. You will always be 1 or 2 episodes behind. Okay? We got certain listeners who ain't even listened to the bonus episodes, so they don't know how filthy Whitley really is and how ignorant I really can get. So.
Yeah, I had someone... I had to explain someone what flattening the curve was the other day. See, that's some craziness. See, that's episode 69 she's speaking on, and that is behind the paywall. You have to be a paid subscriber to listen to that. Not even my mama listened to that damn episode, okay? Hey, then how the hell did this person listen to this episode there? Because they damn sure ain't pay for it.
We got people hacking the podcast. We got people. We got leaks.
She said the first one I listened to was. She said the first one that she ever listened to was. This was the other day. Was flattening the curve. I said, don't listen to that one. She must not. Unbeknownst to the listeners, thank you for being a subscriber. You're probably in the system. The boys in the back got to get you information. But yes, the only way you can listen to this episode is if you are a paid subscriber. Oh man, right, man. I know for a fact she ain't paid.
Does she listen to it on Spotify? She had to listen on Spotify.
Yeah, she listened to it on Spotify.
Does she have is she a Spotify premium?
I don't know. She's spoiled. She probably do.
She got a Spotify premium, then that might be it right there. she already paying for the goddamn shit. Money's already coming to us by just being her a premium listener listening to us. So thank you again, listener. Your premiumship is going to the High Dollar Podcast. Thank you. We shall make more filthy, disgusting, or outrageous content behind the paywall so you can listen to it.
That's family. She can't listen to that shit.
See, look at that. Well,
I'm talking about age-wise. Hell no, don't listen to that. Your mama gonna yell at me. Wrong episode for you to listen to. Go listen to like Blackfish or something. God damn it.
Not Blackfish. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, are we going down?
It's National Geographic, okay? Listen to that one.
We're going down memory lane of the podcast.
Whitefish was definitely episode 9 where we started this thing off. That thing was like the official tissue. That was like episode 1 for you, Whitley.
I was gonna cruise and everything. Paying for Wi-Fi.
Man, those were the trial days. Gosh, how time has passed. How time has just been going. We just going down memory lane of the Hideout podcast. It's beautiful. You want to know something? I remember Crowned Him. I remember episode, I think it was 15, Crowned Him, when me and you did our first anime segment without Chelsea interrupting us. Yeah. A lot of firsts.
Listen. The
first Triple X episode, 365 Days of Sex. You can listen to that.
Who said you can listen to that?
Every episode up till Red Dead Redemption Day, from a Triple X standpoint, you can listen to. But Flattening the Curve, no. And that's not even for Whitley. That's mainly for me.
Yeah, because you over here flattening the curve, yeah. I said, when she said that, I was like, wait, let me explain. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That's him. She was like, mind you, she young as shit. So she was like, why he paying for that anyway? This is free. I said, oh my God, how you know this is free?
First of all, I told you. I'm not saying nothing. We not disclosing any information.
We had a whole discussion about your ass yesterday. I was like, bro. I said, I don't know why he paid for it. He called himself Flattening the Curve. That's what they sold it to him.
I was not sold anything because
You were sold to Flatten the Curve.
We are not going to discuss the details of Flatten the Curve. You will go and you have to go behind the paywall to listen to such drivel in terms of what Whitley is talking about. Anyways.
No, Cash shouldn't have paid for something that was free.
Stop it. We will not continue the topic of this, because if you want to listen to what is being discussed right now, which we will stop discussing, is episode 69, which is Flattening the Curve. So,
I'm good.
We're good. We have topics today.
No, we don't.
We have a very short amount of topics today. It's a little bit pieces of everything that we do here on the podcast, which is your daily dose of sports, your daily dose of drama foolishness, your daily dose of news entertainment, and then we get our actual news about the world. So yes, or at least our country. So yeah, you get a little piece of everything, all wrapped up into one topic each. Now I know, again, we have been talking about things about whatever, so we're gonna let Whitley go first.
You already know what I want to talk about. Watch this. Yo, if he don't do that at a performance, I swear to God, I'm cutting the TV off.
So we will begin with Usher. He has been announced as the halftime show entertainment. He's the headliner. He is the show. He is going to be replacing Lizzo. He is the one replacing Lizzo for the halftime show. You know, I love this podcast because we're able to just document and, go over things. And, we covered this. And I'm just glad that we're at this moment where this is just not that random topic. This is something we've been watching. We've been tapping in on. So how do you feel, Whitley, with Usher being the replacement for Lizzo?
I'm fucking excited. We gonna go. I'm telling you right now, he gonna take us down a timeline. It's gonna be like a timeline, I guarantee you.
So the halftime show will be in Las Vegas. The Super Bowl will be in Vegas. It'll be in Allegiant Stadium, the Radio Stadium. And the halftime show will be there. Usher will be the halftime show, halftime entertainment.
Raiders won't be there.
Let's not do that. we will
Thought we were
see.
talking about sports, okay? What the
We're
fuck?
talking about Usher and how he is the news entertainment segment of this podcast. Has nothing to do with football. It is all about Usher and what Usher is going to do for the viewers for this nice little piece of platform he has here. So I agree with what you're saying. I think he's definitely going to do a memory lane thing. It'd be dope if he does a memory lane thing. He has the catalog to do that. Most definitely, he has the skill set. You know, he's a great performer. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he turns that whole motherfucker thing to a skating ring and everybody's skating all over the goddamn place. And he's doing his shit. I really wouldn't be
Has
surprised.
Chris Brown ever been in the halftime show?
I don't know. I would like to say for sure.
I would like for him to be just one time. I just need him one time.
Well, I think, we were talking about Rihanna last year as a special guest. Ha 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 ha. But I mean, I think in this moment it wouldn't hurt. I mean, again, it's one of those things where budget. It's a big budget, but I mean, in terms of Usher and Las Vegas and just how Usher is and when he's performing, who he's going to bring out, and that's just off of his regular shows because everyone's in Vegas. So you never know. Chris Brown might be a surprise. You know, he might have another name, another big time headliner name right next to him, given their services.
Usher and Chris Brown are like,
yeah, they homies. Yeah,
who else is Usher homies? Who else?
They from the same bloodline. I got you.
Who else? Who else Usher fuck with? God, it's
everyone.
Tiana Taylor. They don't really have songs together.
No. But she's a performer just to dance herself. Being a part of the choreography would be dope.
Yeah. She'd probably be directed.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I don't know. Who you think he would bring out? I would say Chris Brown.
It a female. I would think he'll bring a lady.
Ooh, Missy?
Yeah, he could. I think it would probably... He could. Yeah, he could. I feel like any name we name could be a potential. It's really up to Chris. Because you're talking about Chris Brown. It's really up to Usher to who he... If he has anybody, it might just be him, and he just might have the whole thing, and that's no problem there at all. So anybody that he brings, especially for Usher to bring, it'll be an addition to the show that he brings. I'm excited. I'm definitely excited to see Usher. I thought it was
I can see Justin Bieber because
Oh God! See, no disrespect to Justin Bieber, but
that is a world-class artist. Don't do that.
I didn't say he was. I'm saying, excuse my reaction. My reaction is because I did not know anything of Justin Bieber's music, so I would be that person just sitting there. He's singing none of his old songs. That ain't happening.
You know what? I can see.
He's not going up. He's not singing Baby.
Nah, he ain't singing his old shit. I can see probably he would sing that song with Chris Brown. Shit, I listened to it the other day too. Goddamn, what the hell is the name of that song? Anyways, I can see Usher doing Scream. The song Scream.
You talking about New Flame?
Is that the album?
No, New Flame. There's the song with Chris Brown, Usher, and Rick Ross.
No. I'm just talking about Scream, like from one of his albums. One of the songs is named Scream. I can see him doing that song by he don't have anybody in the song with him, so I can see him doing that one on stage.
No, he could definitely take us on a trip or however he wants to do it. If it's not even like if anything, it's really not at this point, the way he gets down in Vegas, it's not even like he has to go out of his way to do something for the Super Bowl. he can really do a regular set that he does in Vegas at the Super Bowl, and that could be the Super Bowl, because that is something that people have to pay to see, and it's extravagant. So I feel like it would be dope if he, if he does some Super Bowl related stuff, that'd be cool. But I would really like to see. It's not long. Super Bowl is not long. Super Bowl halftime show is not long. So I would like to see a little skating, a little something that he does on the regular, and he just brings it to the Super Bowl to, show the viewers of what he does regularly in Vegas. That would be pretty cool. Selling point. I mean, it's already in Vegas, so he's already getting bread. It's not like he's going across the country. He's getting out of bed, going down the street, and then going to the Super Bowl.
Listen, I need him to do that little thing. Watch this. With his fingers. I need him to do that. If he don't do it, I'm cutting it off.
Wow. Well, we see what Usher got to do to make sure you give it a 10.
Yeah, listen, bring my nigga out. Bring my husband out. Go ahead and bring Chris out.
Speaking of husbands and couples and things like that, this is a little messy, but I talked about a little bit on the previous podcast with LMG Lake Mary Goddess Nia, but some new things have came out, and I was only just looking because it was talked about, and I just had to be the host and podcaster I am to just look more into this topic. But this thing about Travis Kelce with Taylor Swift, it's more than just Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Apparently in the ladies' room of words and conversations, which I know my ass should not be in, but apparently for the situations, for the podcast's sake, the women are saying that Taylor Swift is a downgrade to Travis Kelce's ex, who was, for this conversation, a black woman, a beautiful black woman. And now that he's rumored to be with Taylor Swift, the women are saying primarily that Taylor Swift is a downgrade compared to the ex because of looks and appearance.
Listen, I don't know why they even talking about it, because she gonna break up with them 3 months later and make a whole new album. I don't even know why they're being talked about. It ain't gonna last. We all know.
Why is there not any love and support for their relationship? Why is it just a facade and just an album? Why do y'all just go there?
She dates men to make albums. I'm telling you right now. Let me tell you what he did in these 3 months that I've known him.
It's gonna sell millions, Whitley. It's gonna sell
and
millions.
They do every fucking time.
Well, I have a question, and because we talked about that a little. We talked about that on the previous episode. Let's switch this conversation to a different side of the coin. What do you feel about the downgrade in terms of what his ex is and what Taylor Swift is?
The nigga said, "Let me try a Snow Bunny." Damn, that's it. Yeah, I don't think he chose the right Snow Bunny, because I don't think this Snow Bunny is gonna do the things that he actually likes.
Well, why are you calling her a Snow Bunny when he's a white man?
It's still a Snow Bunny. Because if he dated the black person previously, so.
Okay, maybe I'm not understanding it right. A Snow Bunny is a white girl who likes black dudes?
I think it just defines what they are. It's not just them dang black dudes. I thought it was just the title they gave him. All guys gave him.
See, we're over here segueing in a different territory I wasn't trying to get into. God damn it.
Because, I mean,
a young, attractive female Skinner. And a sexually active young woman attracted to the promiscuous ways of life. Okay. And okay, no. Okay, you're right.
Okay, they like doing nasty shit. Taylor Swift ain't doing that shit. So it's gonna last 3 months. She's gonna be like, no, I'm not eating your ass or some shit.
Wait, hold on. The slang. Here we go. Snow Bunny slang dictionary. You gotta get the slang. A snow bunny is an attractive woman who enjoys skiing. Or a white woman who likes or is in a relationship with a black man. See, that's where I was more so used to that second term.
Taylor Swift ain't going skiing.
Well, Snow Bunny sometimes specifically refers to a mixed race couple where a black man is with a white woman as well as a white woman who are attracted to black men. So why are we calling her Snow Bunny?
No, I'm not saying she's going to do Snow Bunny activity day.
See, and this is where I think it's funny still, because Travis Kelce.
You want me to do what?
It's funny. Podcaster too, and I listen to his podcast with his brother, so it's hilarious. But why do I get the sense that women look at Travis Kelce like a black dude?
Hey, what he look like? Let me see.
You don't know what Travis Kelce looks like?
See. His name make him sound like he mixed.
He's white. It's a white man. It's a whole white man. It's just the way that women go about Travis Kelce and the way that he. Okay,
this brings back to one of the episodes. You look like what you fuck.
But see, here's where I don't want to get into this conversation so deeply. But the look that he's wearing it right now, just the mustache with no other facial hair, that's not his usual. So I understand to a degree what women are saying about him previously, especially when his ex-girlfriend was black. He had that look. In terms of what you're saying. But now that he looks the way he looks now, rumoring to be with Taylor Swift or having relations with Taylor Swift the way he looks, yes, it looks like he would be with Taylor Swift. But that's where the conversation is funny, because he looks like is with Taylor Swift and it looks like a white couple. What's the problem? But women are giving him this nigga. Why are you mad at that white man being with a white woman? I don't understand. You saw what he had before he downgraded to that white bitch. I'm like, whoa. I don't understand the issue here. Downgrade? Wow, that's a bit harsh. And this is what I'm seeing from the sidelines. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I mean, you always downgrade from your ex.
So this is the other side of the court. This is the other side of the argument that I should not be talking about, but I saw it, so I'm going to just talk about it. They're saying that, wow, you say that Taylor Swift is a downgrade, yet she is a multi-millionaire and she is one of the most successful women in the music industry. How is that a downgrade? That's what other people were saying in response to this downgrade narrative. Okay, you're saying that she was a black woman and she was beautiful and she this and that, and Taylor Swift is skinny, she ain't got no ass, she ain't got no titties, but if you look at what she doing in life, where is she compared to his ex? ? I'll wait.
Listen, she ain't gonna do the things that he won't. Not like a black woman.
Oh my gosh. Speak your shit, Whitley. Go ahead.
And come on, man. Taylor Swift. I wouldn't even put no stock into this shit. I was like, if I was a dude dating Taylor Swift, I'd be like, oh, we dating? How long you got? She's worse than Leonardo DiCaprio with the 26.
Wow. Well, that is a continuation of what I brought on the last episode. So I just wanted to see where you felt as a woman, a black woman in this situation, how these topics landed on you.
Yeah, I don't really care because I know dang well it's not gonna last.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, look at it. We're going speeding through this shit. But before we get to the government, we will get this last sports topic. I must address this. I feel like as a fellow Raider fan, I must because a Raider fan spoke today. A Raider fan spoke today about how he Raiders and his whole viewpoint on where he's at. And it's really messing with his health. And he had to fix that shit. So give me 1 second while I find this brother's signal of distress. Distress call to the Raiders. All right. This is to a Raider fan of 30 years. Goodbye for now, Raiders. Dear Raiders, I've been a fan since the day I was born, September 1983. Also the last time this franchise won a Super Bowl. At 9, I moved to the Philippines from LA, but I continued to follow the team. This was before internet, so I wake up at the crack of dawn to catch NFL primetime to see if we had won or not. The 90s had a ton of mediocrity, from the gut-wrenching 8-2 to 6 straight losses after Hoistler's injury and missing the playoffs, to the hope that Gruden brought in the late 90s, which spilled into the success of the early 2000s. Of course, I'll always remember celebrating with my dad when my favorite player, C. Wood, which is Charles Woodson, hit Brady and caused that fumble to win the game. Also, to be overturned with the infamous tuck rule. Those plays are looked upon now with great memories. Goddamn. Well, I guess that's the end of it. But he also adds, the last 20 years, the darkest of darkest days. This has taken not only my time, money, following this franchise, but it's also taken my mental health. Basically, this loyal Raiders fan is giving a message to the Raider Nation that he has to step away from us, because after 30 years of just seeing us go through these terms and going through these ups and downs, he needs to take a break. And I understand, Raider. I understand. I did the same thing. When I was a young boy. I had to just not talk about the Raiders. I just had to just leave all rooms where people talked about football, because it was such an embarrassing thing to talk about. And every time you want to talk about them in some way, you get embarrassed and people want to talk and make fun of you, and it just hurts your soul. And we're in a point in our franchise, we're going to get better, black man. We're going to get better. We're black man. I'm just saying, if you are a black man or a Hispanic man, white man, whoever you are, Raider Nation, we are going to get you, brother. We are going to have a great season to bring you back to the fold. But I had to say that. I had to address that, so the Raider Nation can hear that and know that we need to give some more pressure on this damn franchise, because we're losing loyal Raider fans left and right over this bull that we have been faced over the last 20 years. But let's turn it over this season. This season is the year for us to get all the Raider fans to jump on their feet and support and say, fuck y'all. But we got to win these games. We got to win these games, y'all. We got to win these games. Shout out to you, Raider Nation. Shout out to you, brother. Your name's not on here, but shout out to you, okay? I feel you. You're going to come back to us. You're going to come back. All right. Speaking of coming back on, because we about to get shut down, the government has been having talks about another shutdown because of obvious things from a political standpoint that are not getting done. So we have to shut it down again.
Baby, are you down?
See, let me go to the article that you sent me. So I have something. Okay, so the federal government is heading for a shutdown at the end of this week. Here's what you should know. Why is the federal government facing a shutdown? The federal government shutdown is looking to become a reality thanks to the Republican House members who are holding the budget hostage. This sounds very biased, but we're going to continue reading. From demands that will never pass in the Democratic-controlled Senate to refusing to pass various other bills that have bipartisan support in the Senate. GOP House members are knowingly taking action to shut the government down. Per CNN, even if Republicans could agree on 4 spending bills, they need to pass another 7, 2 of which still haven't passed committee before Friday. Negotiate with the Senate and get them signed into law by Biden before Saturday at midnight. The government will shut down at 12:01 a.m. on October 1st without action. What is a government shutdown? A government shutdown happens when Congress fails to passing a funding bill, which funds agency across the federal government. During a shutdown, the government can also spend money on essential services, such as law enforcement and military, though they would receive no pay until appropriate funds become available. All other federal agencies are forced to stop non-essential work. This means that millions of federal employees will be furloughed and will not get paid until after the shutdown ends. Federal employees who work during a shutdown when they aren't supposed to, or a prison term under the Anti-Deficiency Act. The president, members of Congress, and the Supreme Court continue to work and get paid during a shutdown.
That's fucked up.
What would be impacted during a government shutdown? As highlighted by the White House, a government shutdown would have an impact on many government agencies and programs, including the following. 10,000 children across the country would immediately lose access to Head Start, Health, and Human Services. Wouldn't be able to award Head Start grants during a shutdown. Traffic controllers and TSA officers to work without pay, potentially leading to longer wait times for travelers. Most EPA-led inspections, as well as drinking water and chemical facilities, would stop. To delay safety inspections for a wide products across the country. Been a government shutdown in the past? Yes, in fact, the federal government has experienced shutdowns 21 times in the last 50 years. The government most recently shut down under the Trump administration, which was the longest shutdown in U.S. history, lasting for 35 days. From December 2018 to January 2019, that particular shutdown occurred during Trump's attainment demands for funding for his border wall, which Democrats. How could a shutdown be avoided? Outside of passing a budget, Congress has the ability to pass one or more continuing resolutions, often called a CR, which provide temporary stopgap funding. The problem is the same House Republicans who are holding the budget hostage are refusing to pass a CR as well, all but guaranteeing a shutdown. Unless the House Speaker, Kevin McCarthy, can persuade the GOP House members to pass a CR in order to prevent a shutdown while they continue to go back and forth about the funding bills, a shutdown is imminent. Why is Kevin McCarthy not doing more to control his party? House Speaker Kevin McCarthy could work with Democrats in the House to advance a continuing resolution to keep a government from shutting down. The problem with that is the members of his own party have threatened to overthrow him from his position as Speaker if he works with Democrats.
Damn, really?
You may remember that McCarthy's Speaker vote back in January spanned 5 days and 15 rounds of voting. The humanitarianly
long process to securing the House Speaker position was stalled by far-right members of his own party, who demands he eventually cave to. All that to say, McCarthy has not once had full control of his own party in his role as Speaker. And a lot of people are blaming McCarthy for this shutdown because, like I just said in the last two slides or the last two parts of this, he cannot talk to his own party because
they want nothing to do with that man.
Yeah. So, we're going to be shutting down again. And 35 days was the longest that we've ever been shut down in government history. But starting October 1st, we will see how long we will be shut down until these things get passed. And it seems like a lot of things are getting passed, or not getting passed. It seems like a lot of things are being stalled. A lot of things are backed up. And, I wish Kyle was here. He could definitely have a mouthful to say about this. But for what we have, we will see, and we will come back, and we will continue to report what goes on in this country that we live in that is about to shut down once again.
Because we want to help niggas that shouldn't have been in wars.
See,
you ain't got no money, don't start no war. Okay.
Well,
the United States ain't got no money, so we ain't starting no goddamn war.
Oh no, we got money, and we definitely starting wars. Don't ever let the news think we don't have money to give to somebody, and don't ever think the news will tell you we ain't got money to give somebody for a war. Those are the two things that we will definitely find some money for.
They said war, let's go.
Exactly.
Somebody, United States, they just waiting on somebody to come pick on them.
Well, see, I think that's where, I'm glad we're having this longer political segment than usual, but I like it. I think that's where the game, war is not what it used to be in history books. War is not going to be on the battlefield with people who have guns. War is not
drones.
That, but at the same time, I think people have been saying that we have been in World War IV. World War IV has already happened. It's been happening. But we live in a time where war is not a draft where you get soldiers to go over to their country and take over pieces of their land and call that a fort. No, that's not how we do it today. There's different ways of technology to where we do different types of warfare, cyber warfare, propaganda, you know what I'm saying? Like chemical warfare, like not so much of us dying by the masses, but certain things that are slowly but surely taking down your defenses as a nation, and we ain't even got to cross your border on some type of war type shit. And some people like to say that TikTok is one of those weapons that other nations have used on the U.S. That's why Trump was having such a reaction to TikTok having so much influence on America, and how it was from China, and they didn't have all the information, or didn't have all of the rights. America didn't have all the rights to TikTok, and they were getting all this data from America. Basically, America didn't know what China was doing with all that data. And that's why Trump had a problem with it, and Trump wanted that shit out of America. So something like TikTok, and some people can say this is a conspiracy theory. Some people might be saying this is some people can look at me and say this is exactly, he's talking exactly right. Some people will call this a conspiracy theory. But the ways of warfare in regards to World War IV, why I keep saying World War IV, World War III, it's not gonna be bloody bodies, and crash
crash landing in New York and crash landing in Minnesota and we having a fight over Utah. Like, we ain't doing that. But it's gonna be definitely influence from a technological standpoint. And from America, we do not make anything of our own technology wise. So a lot of the stuff we use is from other countries. So, you know, I play Civilization, so I know how that shit go. If you ever played Civilization, y'all know what I'm talking about.
I have never played that.
Well, I'll give you the short version. Basically, when you start off as a civilization, whatever civilization you want, you grow your nation from BC all the way to the future. And as you meet other nations, if you're young, as in the time, like, you know, if it's like BC or, you know, fucking 1480, it's, you know, it's like early time. You go to war with these niggas, you kill them niggas, you know what I'm saying? You take over their land, your land's my land, and y'all probably don't exist on this game anymore because I eradicated you off the earth. But when time starts getting further and you know, society starts being more civilized and you start living in different eras and you start having territories next to countries you don't like, even in this game, you can't go to war with them. You can go to war. I got hella tanks. I got troops on troops on troops. I got one of the biggest armies in the game. But as a player, it's like, do I really want to go to war with them? Who are they allied with? And then, do I really want to do all that? So instead of trying to take them by force, I would be more harsher in trade, or I would do something more malicious. I would do something more malicious, like financially, to where they would have to pay me to do this because they know you know what I'm saying? You just have to play different games in the game to win over a country, the more civilized you are. And as you continue to get more futuristic, it really does cost a lot more to go to war with a country because, yeah, it's just not smart. So if you are more equipped in different avenues like science or agriculture or some shit like that, you either, you know, or banking or something like that, you just flex that muscle. And you know what I'm saying, if we don't supply you with this or we don't give you this person, then y'all gonna fall. So you don't want to fight. If you fight, then it's done. So you might as well just appease to just keep it pushing. Left, allies to the right, just keep it. So I say all that to say there are other countries who have different ways of warfare to where military guns, ammunition is not the main way of winning a war these days. Yes, long-winded as fuck. But yes. Really, anything you got to say about that?
No, not really. I'm just...
No, it's all good. No, man, that was a good little podcast. I said to you guys, I don't, you know, there might be things happen, but we'll get back to it next time. Right now, just to give a closeout, and then we can end this podcast. Me and Whitley been Apex Legends, man. We've been on that game. You know what I'm saying? We've been on. I don't know if some of y'all listen. Y'all trying to get into certain games, if y'all already into certain games, Apex Legends is a great game to play. You know what I'm saying? If you are into Battle Royale, and you like to, you just like you like the shit. But please, I would advise you have a friend, preferably two, that you really fuck with that is also a gamer, because playing with randoms in this game is really, really annoying. Very annoying. You cannot get the job done with randoms. Very random if you get a random and it works. But nah, man, I fuck with that Bloodhound. You know what I'm saying? That's who I be. That's who I be on the sticks with. You know, Whitley be switching over. Well, no, I forget. What's that girl name, Whitley?
What girl?
Girl in Apex Legends.
Oh, Rampart?
There we go. That's the name. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Me and Willie be on that Apex Legends killing shit.
But yeah, no, that's pretty much it. Everything else I kind of talked on the last podcast. So, this is a chill week of us, doing what we doing on the High Data podcast. Yeah, man, you already know what's going on. I'm doing things, managing things, making sure people getting the emails, making sure everybody know what's going on. Trying to build the brand. You know what I'm saying? It's all a part of the process, just a matter of time, you feel me? Yep. All right, we're at the 45-minute mark, at the end of the podcast. We're getting shorter every time. Damn, man, don't worry, it's okay. We can, but not for bull for y'all. We ain't finna give y'all rap. We're just gonna leave it alone, and we're gonna come back next time with a different set of topics and a different set of segues and a different set of whole energy. But it's all good. It's episode 85 of the High Data Podcast. I'm your host, KQ Dog, and we out here. Peace.